Shalom Akim, Shalom. First off, I want to give all thanks, praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Yahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahashem, Yahweh, double honor, since our elders, apostles, great most home. Shalom to the sincere Akim out there. Alright, preaching the word, sincerity, and truth. Okay? Alright, so we got these demons, man. These guys, these Iuic members, just waxing worse and worse, Like this guy Nate, well, we had them just recently hold like a fundraiser type thing. But this guy Nate, starring in these cinematic productions. Thinks he's some sort of Hollywood star or actor. And these are indeed false prophets, man. And now they put something up about how they're linking up with the Nation Islam, or Islam rather, quote unquote religion of Islam. These guys are false prophets, man. The scripture says, let me get this real quick. Ephesians, I'll start at 8. Ephesians 5 and 8. For ye were sometimes darkness, but now are ye light in the Lord, walk as children of the light. That's it. Alright. And there's no light in Islam. There's no light in that book that they read, the Quran, We were sometimes in darkness, in the world, without this truth, but now are you light in the Lord, walk as children of the light. The scripture says in 2 Corinthians, man, to be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. So what the hell are these guys doing, man? That's how you know they have all these unity camps. These men are of the world. They're sold out, Okay? Alright. Walk as children of the light. That's it, man. What the hell are these guys doing, man? Okay? But that's how you know Yahweh Shai is not dealing with that reprobate group. Okay? Okay? All these religions, these so-called religions you see out here, they all, stem from the Roman Catholic Church. And what all of these denominations within Christianity and that false religion of Islam, they all take after, they all have that 501c3 charter agreement, man. Okay? So, okay, that's what these guys are about, man. Okay? Living it up here in Babylon, Okay? Okay, picking up the crumbs off a master's table. That's what these niggas are doing, man. Okay? They've made a covenant with the devil, the covenant with Satan. Alright? This is Ephesians, up down, Ephesians 5 and 11. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. There you go. You're not to have any fellowship with a bugged out Muslim, you know? Okay? You're not to go on these debates with a nigga who believes in Kemet, Hotep, a fucking 5%er, you know? And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness. Because all that those bug outs believe in, the Christian church, these people who pray 5 times a day, thinking they're doing something in the mosque, okay? These are all unfruitful works of darkness, you know? But it says what? But rather reprove them. That's what you should be doing, man. Alright? Okay? All those other doctrines, ideologies, okay? You know, it's all based off falsehood, man. Okay? You know? What the hell are you doing linking up with a Muslim? With the Nation of Islam, man? Okay? You know? You know? Everything we need is in the scriptures, man. The scripture says that what? You know, these scriptures would make you wise unto salvation. Okay? It says that what? That this wisdom, knowledge, understanding would be the stability of thy times, man. Okay? Not no Quran. Okay? Not no, you know, Book of the Dead. Okay? Alright? Isaiah 34:16 says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. Right? The prophecies. No one of these shall fail. And there's no prophecies in that BS Quran. Okay? You know? Right? No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. From my mouth it hath commanded them. From my mouth it hath commanded. Slakia. It says, from my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them. That's it. You know? The Lord's hopeful elect have been gathered by the word, by the preaching of the word. You know? Okay? Alright? It had gathered them. That's it. You know? So it is all you need, man. This comforter. You know? First Maccabees 12 and 9. First Maccabees 12 and 9. Therefore we also, albeit we need none of these things, that we have the holy books of scripture in our hands to comfort us. That's it. This is the comforter, man. This is what comforts you in this evil, wicked hellhole, Babylon. Alright. Okay? Alright. Yahweh Shai is the word, man. Alright? This is a living book. Alright? Within this word is the spirit of Yahweh Shai, man. And only the Lord's elect will be able to understand this word. Okay? Alright? So these guys, man, the scripture says, you know, beware of false prophets, man. Okay? Alright? You'll know them by their fruits. And what are their fruits? Complete reprobate. You know? All the actions of one who sold out, of one who took the bag. Okay? So these guys are going off, man. This is pretty much a rebuke on these Iuic guys, you know. You can see those niggas over there in Sakari waxing worse and worse. And that's it, man, you know. So Akim, man, the scripture says, you know, continue with the things that I learned, you know. Alright? A quick little lesson, man. I pray it's edifying. Alright? I want to say, call hello, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh, Shalom.